Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy MMA Crease King Jr. with another video. In today's video, we're gonna talk about Sinners, man. Yes, Sinners. This movie right now is the talk of the town in Hollywood. Oh, I mean, it's played by the classic dynamic duo between Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. And I'm just gonna say this: I believe that this is their best movie ever, dude. I'm For all you guys out there, you guys should go check this one out. But let's dive into the things that made this movie great. Just starting off with the synopsis that this movie is taking place in the Jim Crow South, 1932. The main characters in this movie is Sammy, and I don't know the name of the actor on the top of my head, but this is his first role ever, and he is basically a tribute to Robert Johnson, in my opinion. And if you know Robert Johnson, he is basically the artist that sold his soul to the devil. And if you love jazz music, like I love jazz music, Robert Johnson's music is pretty damn good. I believe, in my opinion, that's a little bit of homage to him. Um, Also, the other main characters is like Michael B. Jordan is playing two twins, the Moore twins, um, Smoke and Stack. Smoke being the aggressive one, Stack being the more the more lean back one. And then you also got Haley Steinfeld's character that's named Mary, which she did a phenomenal job at that part too. Just for like a little bit of the synopsis with the Stack twins and the plot. So basically, Sammy is a guitarist. He loves jazz music. He loves it, but the only he wants to leave Mississippi, get about the Jim Crow South and make a name for himself. But the only drawback is that Sammy's dad is a preacher, and back in the day, if you were playing jazz music or blues music, that is considered the devil's music in most preachers' eyes. Like worldly music, you shouldn't be bumping and grinding, fornicating. That was just the way it was back in the day. But Sammy loves jazz music. He'll do anything to get up out of Mississippi. Um, Even basically not listen to his dad. So that's a little sad, but that's how it was back in the day. The Moore twins, Smoke and Stack, actually buy a barnyard from the Grand Wizard, uh, Ku Klux Klan member. That's a little bit of a spoiler, but yeah, they buy a little juke joint so that they making a name for themselves. They are coming back from Chicago. They were in the army, so like it was basically a war. This is right before World War II, so it was the Great War of World War I. So they also did a little bit of arms dealing, doing a lot of illegal stuff. Let's just call it like it is. Smoke and Stack were your two cousins that your parents did not want you to hang out with because they just, they were, those cousins that were bad influences on you. That like if you were with them, you were gonna get to watch all the movies that you were not supposed to be watching. You got to play the video games that you were not supposed to be playing. You get to listen to the music that you were not supposed to be listening to. But they were the quote unquote cool cousins or whatever. So I love those kind of references right there. Um, and so, basically, throughout the whole entire movie, Jack O'Neill's character that's plays the vampire, which things that I'm about to go into on what I like is they honor the horror element in this movie. If you love horror, if you love, if you love vampire stuff, trust me, you're going to be compensated in this movie. You're going to be compensated in this movie. This is what I loved about it. The Jack O'Neill's character that plays the vampire is getting chased down by an Indian mob. So those people that were basically quote unquote doing an exorcism. Well, I don't know what you call an Indian exorcism, but just for the sake of it, like they were trying to do an exorcism by killing Jack O'Neill's character, vampire, and they honored the trope of what do you like when a vampire comes to your household, what do? You don't give, I mean, you don't let them in. They can't just come into your house. You have to invite them inside your house. And that's what happened. And they and with Jack O'Neill's character, he basically bites them, and that's where all the madness and all the craziness happens because these two ignorant people, which are KKK members, like the husband and the wife, invited the vampire in because he promised them money and riches, and they were broke as shit, and they got bit, and uh yeah, it brings us to the main event of why they're at the juke joint. So basically, Smoke and Stack, they're trying to, basically they brought the band back together, some of their friends and family that they know. Haley Steinfeld's character, believe it or not, she's not in the movie a lot. She's actually kind of leaned back, but she has a liking to Smoke. She, her and Smoke had a thing back in the day, however, and Haley Steinfeld is actually really funny in this movie because, believe it or not, she's actually playing a mixed black woman, and like she just be standing on business, and I think it's rather hilarious because she has the art of I don't give a fuck. Like it is funny, and she loves Smoke so much she was willing to leave her husband. By the way, that was married to a white dude, so like she was white passing. And they talked about that too, and what it was like being a mixed person in the South. And that's another thing that I love about this movie is like they talked about racism without talking about racism. It is what it was. However, that's what it was like in 1932. So I don't want to hear like this movie is woke. It's not woke. It was just history. It is what it is. Um and what I loved about this movie is they tackled racism maturely. It wasn't a white man versus black man type of movie. That's not what it's about. It's about a humanity type of movie, especially back in the day where where black people were still not considered people even after the Civil War. In the Jim Crow South, you were still not considered a person. They just wanted a thing of their own. But just going back to the vampires, so they pull up, Mike, and they like the vampires are actually rather funny, and I'm gonna even say it that the vampires actually made some sense in the movie, and this hence it's the sinners. What is the thing that vampires have to do to get into your house? You have to invite them in. You have to invite the temptation in, and this is not being biblical or anything, but that's just the thing with sin. We are tempted every single day, no matter if it's alcohol, sexual immorality, lust for women, uh, you know, um, how can I say it? Just like, being angry, being mad at people for no reason, being greedy, things like that. That's temptation. And what I loved about the movie is and how the vampires basically use philosophy and like the Bible to try to like get these people out to so they can bite them to get them. And that's what the devil does. Like the devil will like make you think that you're gonna get all this, all that, and like he's gonna bite you. He's a vampire. He'll do anything. He lies, steals, kills, and steals. And that's what I loved about the movie. It just kept it like, vampires were basically just keeping you tempted throughout the whole entire movie. Throughout the movie, some of these other characters, like Cornbread, like he wanted to make more money for his family, and so like they try to tempt him. Um, the thing about Mary's character, she really loved smoke, and like I mean, there is a scene where Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld. I'm sorry, Josh Allen. Don't go watch the movie because yeah, your girl gets plowed pretty badly. Like she was enjoying it. So and the whole entire thing is that this movie was tackling like temptation. Like that was the things that I liked. And just going based off of the list, the things that I loved about this movie. I love the fact that they tackled the racism part of what's going on in the Jim Crow South and how wrong it was, but also, quote unquote, if they did the reverse racism with the white vampires, when they pull up to the house, they're basically saying like, "Yo, hey, can we please come in?" And Michael B. Jordan's character is saying like, "No, you can't do. No, we're not. No, we're not letting you in because hey, no offense. Once again, you gotta look at the context. It's Jim Crow South, so black people are a little hesitant of hanging out with white folk at that time because back in the day, a lot of white people rely on black folk just to get either money out of them or or just because if they got rejected or got their feelings hurt or whatever, they'll call out the county, and that's basically all Klansmen. And believe it or not, they were quote unquote Christian, but if you check out First John chapter 4 verse 20, then that's a bunch of Klan fucking sucks. So fuck the Ku Klux Klan, by the way. Yeah. They used to kill a lot of black people. So I love the fact that Michael B. Jordan just said like, "Yo, no, nah, dog, we can't let you in," just to protect yourself at that time, just to protect yourself at the time. Now, if it was today, then yeah, that'll be like, all right, come on, dude, like seriously. But now it's like back in the day. That's just how it was. That's not woke. That's just being. That's just how it was. Um, and also, another thing that I loved about this movie is the pacing. The pacing was amazing in this movie. The cinematography, just amazing in this movie. I love the fact how, like, when you got bit as a vampire, when Michael B. Jordan's character, Smoke, gets bitten, and Stack has to fight him. Like, dude, you literally saw the fangs and you saw the eyes, how they changed at nighttime. It was really creepy and it was amazing. Same thing with Haley Steinfeld's character. Like you just saw the eyes change to like some like I don't know how to explain. It's like Thriller. Yeah, it was like they had the Thriller Sif eyes or something like that, and that was just cool. It was so good. Um, and yeah, basically just going back to Sammy. He's trying to keep the juke joint good. He's playing his music. One of the things in the movie is that Sammy when he's playing his guitar, he was just showing like all the music what that black people have did in America, from like jazz, rhythm and blues to like hip hop, all that, man. It was all put into one, and it was a beautiful collage. So I have to give Ryan Coogler his props on that that scene in itself. I love that scene. That was amazing. It was really good right there. It was really good. Um, what else inside this movie that I enjoyed? I enjoyed, man, it was so much stuff. But this video's going a little too long, so I'm gonna start wrapping it up. The thing that oh yeah, at the end of the movie, what I did enjoy is that once like they beat the vampires and they actually talked about the philosophy on the sinning of what men do, what 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 people do at that time. Michael B. Jordan's character ends up doing a gangster move, man. So, like, you remember when I told you about the KKK members that the Grand Wizard had bought the money from, that they got the money from? Michael B. Jordan's character literally kills a whole bunch of Klansmen, and I loved every single minute of it. Fuck the Ku Klux Klan, by the way. Fuck the KKK. So they're on the ops list. But I'm just saying, dude, like, it was such a good part right there. Him destroying like the Ku Klux Klan. That was hilarious. Also, the things that I did not like about this movie, although the movie was like really good, however, and it had great pacing, I wish it could have been like a little bit longer. Like I think it could have been like a 2 hours and 30-minute movie. And yeah, man, I have nothing bad to say about this movie other than just go watch it. It's definitely going to the Blu-ray collection for real, man. Like this movie is on pace. It talked about racism in a mature way. It talked about how what it was like in the Jim Crow South at the time. It honored the horror elements for all you horror fans out there. I suggest that you go watch it. This is Ryan Coogler's best movie. This is Michael B. Jordan's best movie. Once again, I love the Creed series. I think the Creed series is amazing. I didn't really care for them in Black Panther, but Ryan Coogler's beyond like Marvel because Marvel just sucks right now. But yeah, dude, go check this movie out. So I'm wrapping it up. Like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to Big Dog Jake. Shout out to Liquid Ebola. Shout out to Phantom X. One of our big guests is going to be Box Office Brawler. So I hope I'll get to talk to him about on his thoughts on this movie and see what he liked about Sinners. So yeah, go check it out. Peace out. I love you guys and farewell and God bless.